So for this video, I'm going to talk about whether or not you should punish or praise your cat. And really you want to ask yourself, is your cat being bad or is your cat just being a cat? Typically the behavior that we see as humans as being bad is just the cat being the cat. So things like jumping up on the counters, jumping up on the table, scratching the furniture, that's just a cat being a cat. And I'm going to tell you about a few ways to deal with the behavior that you don't want your cat to do and how to encourage the behavior that you do want your cat to show. Okay, so the first thing with dealing with your cat's so-called bad behavior is absolutely no yelling. Your cat can actually hear a lot better than you can. And so any raised voice really sounds like the most horrible noise to your cat. And the reality is that it makes your cat afraid of you. Your cat's going to be less likely to listen to you again. And frankly, it doesn't change the behavior, and you're more likely to see that continued bad behavior and maybe even other things you would consider bad because your cat is upset. Now, I know a lot of people recommend spraying your cat with water to get it to stop jumping on the counters or to stop jumping up on the table. This is the last thing that you really want to do. So whatever you do, don't spray your cat with water. Again, this is something that's going to make your cat afraid of you, and it's going to make your cat less likely to approach you. And ultimately, if you've done this, what you've probably noticed is they're more afraid of the bottle than they are of you. They're still going to do the bad behavior, those things that you don't want them to do. And again, just like yelling, it can cause your cat to do even more things that you don't want your cat to do. It makes for a very unhappy cat as well. So do you really want an aloof cat? I'd say most cat owners, this is exactly the kind of cat they don't want to have. But if you want an aloof cat, the best way to get one is to punish the cat. So that would be yelling, squirting with water, hitting the cat, anything that would be punishment. And it's going to create a certain kind of behavior and you're going to see a certain personality even in your cat. Now, do you want your cat to follow you around the house? Maybe lay on you? Well, there are ways to get this to happen. This is what my cats do. Over here is a picture of Val, multiple pictures of Val, where he sits in front of me, usually talking to me, asking for something. And his typical things that he's asking for are to be petted, he wants attention, he wants to play, or he wants to go out. Now, if you want your cat to be the kind of cat that follows you around the house, greets you at the door, asks you to play, jumps up in your lap without you coaxing it or picking it up, you want to distract your cat from that behavior that you don't want your cat to do. And then teach good behavior, the kind of things that you do want it to do, and then give a lot of praise. So, for example, if your cat is scratching the couch, you definitely want to stop the cat from scratching the couch, and you can say no or tell your cat to stop. But you also need to provide other places for your cat to scratch. You may want to, if your cat's going to scratch your couch, pick up your cat and move it to, a scratching post. Or any kind of scratcher that you might have, and encourage the cat to scratch there. You can use catnip to encourage scratching in other places. And of course, if you don't want your cat to scratch your couch, don't put any catnip on your couch. And again, one of the biggest things is praise. So anytime you see your cat scratching where they're supposed to, make sure that you praise them, tell them how good they are, and pet them. And remember, you can say no. You can use the word stop if you prefer instead of no. Just don't yell. And I find that my cats stop whatever they're doing when I say no. And you'll see that in the next video where my cat, it's Val in this case, on occasion does, when I'm sitting on the couch, comes near me and starts scratching on the couch. It may have very little to do with the couch and more to do with me being near the couch. But I can tell him no or tell him to stop, and he stops. And he doesn't cower. He just does something else instead. And I tell him what a good boy he is, and all is well. Val, no. Good boy. So I hope you enjoyed this video on whether or not to praise or punish your cat. And I hope that with your cat that you're going to choose to praise your cat, and you'll see a lot better behaviors. And thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.